All right. Tonight, this is Mr. X on the light grid, coming at you live from Tuesday, Oregon. And tonight at Palladian Express Enterprise, would like to introduce my guest, Mr. Rocken Larry Locken. Everybody give him a big shout out. Yay!
Well, thanks, Mr. X, for the introduction. Wow, the crowd's pretty wild tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah,
It's exciting to
the
see the
crowd's going
response.
fucking nuts. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Incredible turnout. Thank you.
Words can't even say. So, Mr. Loggins, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just relaxing, maxing and relaxing, you know.
Well, it's about time you come
excited for this little shindig here.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's great. Because it's about time you stepped into my fucking office and had a little. It's just really good to see you have you here tonight. That's
Well, thank you, Mr.
just
X.
about what in a nutshell.
I'm honored.
So, tonight, so how you do? I'd ask you how you're doing, but that would be 3 times.
Well, you already did, yeah. So, what's on your mind? You want to ask?
I would like to know exactly.
Okay.
What I'm thinking, you know, not that I know too much about it, but from what I understand, there's the Pleiadian groups on Facebook, and it seems to me like well, you had the French thinkers, and then all of a sudden there's like these mass groups with mass people in them, Pleiadian groups. So it seems to me up until now, you were pretty much the only one that's put all these groups together. Is that right? Or what's the deal with that?
You know what? I've had a lot of help from a lot of great people out there. Countless admins that have helped or helping me now, or who have helped me in the past. Build these groups. And yes, I've created all them in essence, but I've created them for everybody. That and the various pages that I've created as well. But I've had a lot of great help out there.
Right.
Many people. Yeah.
But at a different angle, what is it that you've completed? Is it more than just a bunch of groups? How many people do you think these Pleiadian groups have you brought together, or are they still branched out groups?
Wow.
What's the deal with the groups? Are they separated, or is
anybody can join anybody's group, right? Okay, so what we have is, we all
know the rules of Facebook, and we know about the groups. But do you think check it out? What do you think's next? Do you think that there could ever be a one united group to where they would all just be in one?
I would hope that humanity at one point, or as a collective.
No, I'm talking about the Pleiadian groups.
We all have one big one, but yes, we all could be in one group. But see, part of the deal with it is, and I have to explain this, everybody's got some individuality too, and we can all be in each other's pages and groups. So yeah, I'm hoping though there'd be one group where everybody was at least in that one.
Right. Yeah. I was just taking a look at the whole bigger, wider, taking a look at the whole situation, like a broadband view. I would think, now that it's come this far, what's next? I mean, okay, so the Pleiadian groups, okay, well, you would think, rather North Pleiadian, whatever, all these different, you would think, or I would think, do you think it's possible that they would all just consider themselves rather they're Pleiadians or Pleiadian, whatever, that they would all come together and just be as one, like one big group? And if they did, if there was such an event to where you guys could all come together,
right?
I understand all the differences and shit, but don't you think? How many people do you think that one group would consist of?
Ooh, wow, man! It could be with everything said and done right now, 100,000 people. If everybody was
all the groups, if they would just get over the differences.
Other groups, of course, that I don't run or have anything to do with. There's plenty of them out there that I'm not involved with that have a ton of people too. So really, it would be amazing, but it would be like
no. That's not the question. The question is how many do you think would be in that group if they were all to come together?
Oh, probably about 100,000 right now.
100,000
if they were all. Yes, to answer your question.
Okay, so will Facebook even allow? I mean, what's the biggest group on Facebook?
I've seen one with 90,000, and I think I've seen one hit 100,000.
What? Just a group?
Yeah, well, like
whatever it
Worker
was.
Star C
Yeah.
type group.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
So it's a Pleiadian group.
No.
Okay. So
Well,
it's astrological.
well, it was another
Right.
was some kind of galactical
Spin-off.
an
Yeah.
affiliate. Yeah,
Right.
there you
Affiliate.
go. I love it. A spin-off, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Kind
So
of like Benson was the soap. But
so
yeah,
you've seen them almost up to 100.
Yeah.
So what's the
And
I wonder what the difference is between these spin-off groups like the Galactic Star people and the Pleiadians themselves. Why are they?
Well, say you were all in a big group, right? But say
Right.
you also wanted to have a little group kind of that reflected your
Well, of course.
personality and what you thought. Yeah, a lot of it is that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's understood. I mean, shit. Personalities and everybody's got their differences, and
Yeah, but they could be in each other's groups too.
But fundamentally, I think it's the deep down inside. It's the belief, people's belief. Just to get to the core of the whole deal, the bigger view.
If I may,
is it a belief thing, or is it just an opinion thing, or?
If I may, could I have 1 minute to describe what the ties into your question?
You have to raise your hand. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All that. Yes. Overruled.
There's a lot. The word Pleiadian more and more is getting thrown around, and there's a lot of people that pretend to be Pleiadians, whether it be channelers or whether it be people, and they're not getting the correct information. To me, Pleiadian means a deep resonance of a past of the greatness that we were and what before, like being manipulated genetically. And I'm not going to go on and further rant than that, but to me, Pleiadian means what's right and you do unto others, and really.
So, in other words, it's not an actual that there is
Oh, there is a race. There's a whole race there's tons of human planets in the Pleiades, and there's planets with other kinds of different beings on them. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, there are forebears.
Okay, well, different. You say different beings. Well, is that different than the Pleiadians? I mean, because
they live in the Pleiades. I guess they could be called. They live in the Pleiades too, but they aren't from.
They live around the Pleiades.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe not indigenous to there, but they are people from Orion, maybe Zeta Reticuli have fled fucking nasty.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm not going to quote. I'm not going to quote what I think. I think I know.
Okay. Cool.
But I'm going to spit it out because I can.
Spit the truth.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody could do that. So is this in the Orion star cluster?
No.
Is this in our solar system where the Pleiades is?
The Pleiades is a star cluster as well. They're not in the Orion galaxy. But they've had wars with them. Many wars.
They've had wars. Okay. Different alien beings.
The reptilians from Orion, the Orion Lyran wars. The Pleiadians come from Lyra. They had to flee Lyra because a billion years ago, Orion and Lyra had a nasty war.
Which is our solar system.
Star Wars is really about that. The original Star Wars, that fucking planet that blew out in the evil Empire Orion. Yeah. So yes, bro.
So this to be fact. Okay.
Well,
the story, as the story say.
Yeah, I feel it too.
I mean, you feel
that's
it.
Just my feeling. Right.
Well,
bro, yeah.
Well, totally. And that's nobody's here.
You won't find it in textbooks quite yet, but
nobody's here to disagree with anybody's opinions. Everybody's entitled to it, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, so have you ever heard of such a thing as the creator itself spinning the planets just right to where I'm not sure exactly which planets, but a few of them that at a certain time they create the seasons, the gravitational pulls and so forth, and the way that they move and the pulls and all that reflects upon the Earth in such a way to where it controls the different seasons.
I'm getting that, and I'm getting that it's a necessary tool from the creator to kind of balance not only things out on that planet, but balance things out in its immediate vicinity as well.
Right.
These are necessary. Yes, of course.
Next question. Did you ever collect Garbage Pail Kids as a child?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge of the Super Bowl in the United States here in, let's just say, 85?
In January of 1985, sadly, my Miami Dolphins got beat by the San Francisco 49ers 38-16, and Joe Montana was the MVP.
Can you tell me what month of the year that was?
January. of 2000 or of 1985.
Right.
For 84 season. Super Bowl's
Right
always
on.
in January following.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, next question.
Yes.
Do you think that there is still a chance that teenage kids in high school are taking psychedelic drugs like LSD and mushrooms?
Yeah, sure.
You think so? Do you think
Not
they're
as-
still
not
in the
as-
high school?
Not as much, but somewhere. If you mean overall in the United States, somewhere, some places, but
Well,
around here,
yeah.
a little bit. Not as much as when we went. The school's smaller.
Right.
Kids' consciousnesses are different. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, anything
Well,
more specific you
Yeah,
want to know?
I would
about?
think. Well, no, not really. I was just,
Yeah.
Did you yourself have anything to do with any psychedelics or anything like that in high school?
Actually, yeah, and I make no bones about talking about it. I've talked about it in shows I've done before. Psychedelic bedtime story show I did with Tyler Vitabuck on the PEP. Yeah, of course, I experimented with LSD. From the time I was 15. The last time I ever took a dose, I had just turned 20, and I hadn't had one like a year before that. So it's been like over 20 years since I've had any. But mainly it was when I was 15 and 16, my freshman and sophomore years in high school.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's an excellent answer.
Well, thank you. Well, yes, it was. Anything more specific you'd like
Yes.
to know about the drug?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
No. Next question.
guilty is charged.
Next question.
Yes.
Do you give a flying fuck what people think about anything you have to say, or do you? I mean, depending on what it is about.
Yeah.
Do you really? I mean, are you?
Sadly, I do.
Are you yourself? Have you ever played into just being, just to, get into fit, just play it to get in where you fit in?
Little bit, little bit, not in a malicious way, but maybe just, I try to, when I'm in a situation with people, I try to be real, but I try to also adjust to whatever level I have to, whether it's above me and it's intimidating but there is no above or below, but I try to, I try to connect with every person I'm talking to or addressing without being one of those fucking idiots that'll say, oh yeah, they'll be talking to one person, talking shit about the other. Then with that other person, they'll be talking, no, that ain't what it's about. But I try to just connect, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I do with animals and everything.
Right. So, when, during this whole, putting all your groups together, and
YouTube channel.
seems to me you've spent quite a bit of time talking to quite a bit of few people.
Yeah.
And, you've gotten close to some of them, and but is there any really that stand out in your mind that really have played like a major role in your life that have, like a pivot point, like, okay, let's just say you found your twin flame.
Yeah, Sif Gunner's daughter. Hopefully someday Sif Gunner's daughter, Locken. I love you, sweetie. But yes, she's from Iceland, but lived in Denmark the last 10 years. We spent a month together here, and it's just been great. But as far as we know, like about Sif, but do you mean like other people too that have stood out maybe that I've met along the way?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, there's a couple handful, several. Actually, probably hundreds.
I'm sure you went through a few people before you actually found the one. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
yes. Of course.
Well, me as your brother, I know you have, so
yeah.
I'll just exploit that about you since I know that I can, and I'm the judge here.
The Midnight Cowboy has been exposed.
That's right. All right. So let's just have a little fun tonight.
Yeah, ask me anything. I wish people could call up.
How about the Super Bowl in 1987?
The Super Bowl in 1987, the New York Giants defeated the Denver Broncos 36-19. It was 10-9 at halftime, and I believe that
10-9 at halftime.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough, Larry. I don't want to hear anymore. What about 1990?
1990 would be the San Francisco 49ers defeated the Denver Broncos 55-10. Yeah,
okay, all right.
Joe Montana MVP again.
So let me ask you another question, Larry.
Yeah.
Let's just say, I don't know, just pick a number. 1987. Did you ever watch wrestling? Did you like wrestling?
Yes.
Did you? Was there any? Did you have any favorite wrestlers?
Roddy Piper. Man, he just died the day before my last birthday, 40th birthday. God love you, bro. We love you, brother. Give him a shout out, man.
Rowdy Piper.
Fucking the Golden Kilt.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, yes, I did, man. He was great.
Well, I can't really ask you any questions about that because it was just round and round. Who knew who won?
Right.
So, do you think you have a photographic memory?
I think that I seem like I'm getting older and don't have one as much. But yeah, I would say I have. Like to think that I did or do.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you do because you pretty much could remember just about everything, every fucking thing about your past.
The thing is, if I'm interested in it, right.
Well, okay, let's just say 1996 Super Bowl. Well, who was it?
It was the Green Bay Packers and the New England Patriots.
Okay, what about how about 94?
It was the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, what about 88?
Okay, the Redskins and the Broncos.
Okay, so
on and on, yeah.
Like I said, it goes on and on and on. But who's going to know this shit?
Basketball, I know.
I mean, who's going to know the halftime?
Well, yeah, I was just born as a kid.
What,
12 channels.
You were just born as a kid? No, you were born as a child.
No, I mean bored as a kid, bored.
Bored.
We had 12 channels, dude, so I had to occupy my time.
Yeah, I was there. I was there the whole time.
So anyway.
Okay, so have you ever drank orange juice?
I have.
Have you ever drank apple juice?
I have.
Have you ever taken a dog for a walk?
I have.
Really? How many? That's cool. That's nice. Did you have any best friends growing up?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, do you like commercials on TV?
On television?
Yeah. Do you like cereal commercials?
I love them, dude. I love Cookie Crisp Crunch and Silly Rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Wait, that's LSD. Tricks are for kids.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I love commercials. We need more. We do.
Right.
I mean, they warm my heart.
Right.
People bonding together for purposes of mass marketing, propaganda, and
so again, correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying here is that a Pleiades to you is just a group of people that are like on a collective awareness awakening type. You guys are just people that are on the same level,
right? And deeper than that, and in a lot of cases, deep.
Excuse me. I've been smoking way too much pot tonight.
Well, I would say that you're right, and deeper than that, if we can get through that, deeper than that, it's actually you find that a lot of people you resonate with, like their soul family incarnated with, or part of a team with. So it's really incredible. The resonance, Sparky. Hey, hey,
clutch. Oh, don't worry about it.
The dog. That's funny. Shut up. Hey,
clutch.
Hey, come here.
Shut your mouth.
Okay.
Shut it.
Okay. Anyway,
either open it or shut it.
See, so this is real life. Dogs bark here. I don't know if they do in the Pleiades. I'm sure some planets they may.
Well, I'm sure most of them do have dogs, and they love the dogs very much.
They love animals. The Pleiades love animals.
I would really think it would be really cool if all the Pleiades out there would take a picture of their dog and actually put it up on the fringe thinkers.
Yeah,
or whatever, wherever.
Yeah.
Just take a picture of your dog, put it up, or cat, or your pet.
Well, we'll know one thing.
Let's see how many hits we can get on that.
Anybody that does will know, watch the video, or listen to the video.
Because the look, the look your animal, your pet gives you, it will definitely.
You can really tune in and connect with them.
Have you ever been on like 20 hits of LSD and looked at your pet dog?
Four back in the day, of course, and it was really a trippy bonding experience, dude. It was, that's a whole other story. But their eyes and it was. Now I'm getting flashbacks thinking about how cool it was, kind of a trippy.
Yeah, very
weird. I remember we didn't be real fragile at touching it. Hey,
what's up?
Being real Kyron Locken on the microphone.
What's up, Kyron?
Kyron, come in and say hi to everybody.
I love
it. Shh. Quiet. We've got quiet.
Anyways, at any rate, on with the interview.
On with the interview, yes. I'm sure the people are getting real excited with how we're rambling on. So, Mr. X.
Carry on. On a bigger, broader biblical proportion, would you say, what would you say? Do you think there's the next level? What is the next thing that's going to happen?
Dimension shifts. Shifting.
Okay, let's scratch that. Let's scratch that. Right, let me come at you at a different angle, my man.
All right, my man.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Let's say the work that you've done now, the work you're pretty much played burnout, a little bit burnout on, you know.
Well,
Yet
yeah, and I think
you're still
I've learned to take the time to balance it, and when my
right.
energies aren't there,
Yeah, you're still
back off.
anxious.
Despite what anybody may say, I can't let that affect me whether I'm not there. It's on my terms with this, as far as that
That's what I'm
goes.
saying, Larry.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
where you're at right now
yes.
is you're in like limbo with this whole fucking situation. So what's the next level? Is there a next step?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that
What would that be? I mean, what's the next level?
Okay, my twin flame and I, Sif Gunner's daughter,
Mhm.
within, less than half year, whatever, a few months, we'll be living together. And I think, and the impression she's gotten to from her
Wait,
guys
have you ever
is that our
smoked a cigarette?
bonding. Yes, I have.
Okay, let's hear about this
I know.
bond.
If you had a lighter, I could smoke them
Here you
right
go,
now,
bud.
though, Mr.
Here you
X.
go, bud.
Oh, this is a classy studio. I'm having to light one off another cigarette.
Yes, this is like CNN and Fox put together.
If we were at the Light Grid Studios, it'd be better.
No, what you and Sif? I'm sorry to just. I just had to know if you smoked a cigarette in your life ever.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you know for sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt you about you and Sif, but it was
Yeah.
sporadic, erratic.
Man, I have no judgment or feeling.
I know that,
bro.
and that's why I'm not even sorry. That's why I'm not sorry.
Because I get excited like that too. I'm going to jump in and ask the next one.
I just
go for it, man.
No, not.
Detach
But
from that
what you were saying was very, very important, and it was worth more than gold.
Well, it really was. When we get together, I mean, I see, and she does. I see us maybe doing such things as even writing books together,
right?
Doing a lot of shows together on the twin flame issue, sexual issues as far as the twin flame goes. Stay tuned for that one, people. But when the conscience is ready, but. Yeah,
it's not ready. It's not ready now.
Maybe not. But when we're together, I mean, we're
it
not.
Seems
we're not
to me
together.
like
we're not together, so we're not. It's not ready. When we get together,
right? Okay, you guys will hit that subject as it comes.
Yeah.
So that may be
seminars.
That may be something that's coming up next.
Yes, yeah, and seminars. Maybe even doing those someday. We'd like to have actually do a Pleiadian Woodstock in 2019 here in the Northwest, maybe somewhere in Central Oregon.
Okay, so what you're saying is
things,
that they're all like all in
works.
one music group, like they all like the same type of music.
No.
Okay, well then, how would you know what to play at this Pleiadian Woodstock?
You'd have a lot of the artists now that are coming along. I would hope that they would be willing to attend it. People like Leah Shapiro, people like Stoke.
Leah Shapiro. I think I've heard a few of her instrumental. Is that the lady that does the instrumental keyboards and stuff?
Yes, and she sent me those books that Otter wrote.
I heard some of her stuff and I like it a lot. I totally, like you would say, resonate with that.
And there's others out there too, but yeah, she's really.
I'd like to put some of her stuff into some of the, some like heavy, intertwine it with some,
There's artists that do that. There's already one that does that Starseed one. I know.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
Well, his name is Stokey Megatooth.
And that's really great. That's cool when people can actually take their, and express themselves like that.
There's hip hop. I liken it to. Do you remember Mr. X when you turned me on to those Tupac albums from the future after he died?
Right.
That kind of music. Did you see some of that Starseed?
Yes.
Shake Your Body.
Oh,
dude, it's that tone, and even in the metal, that's like that now in the rap. These people that are doing it, they all have that Starseed non-Illuminati. It ain't like the twerk it. It ain't like Illuminati twerk it bullshit. You know what I mean? This is thought and
it's more. It's
and stars.
It's an expression of
stars and tones and man.
It's definitely on a whole nother level. It's like
can we talk over each other?
We could do it pretty good actually.
Can we have a moment of silence for Camo Beer?
For Loco, my man.
And for Loco. Okay, back to the air. Now, anyway, so that's basically it. And I mean, I didn't mean to talk over you, but
I meant to talk over you.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna just fucking squash it and start over. So the next question.
Yes.
What if I told you that I was to predict what the next big thing move in this whole internet Pleiades group situation type shit? Because it seems to me that what I've only heard not very much of some bullshit, and everybody needs to understand that all these little talks that me and Larry have had, that Larry's blasted on all these groups, this is only after I've had like 13 beers, a handful of mushrooms, half down of whiskey, and an eighth of weed, and this is with my eyes closed that I'm speaking. And Larry loves to do that to me and post it and blast it all over.
This was your idea,
and that's great, and that's fine, and everybody can judge whoever, whatever, but that's cool too. And so
we need more judgy judges.
Yeah. Please hate
judger.
Please,
you're a judgy judger.
Put it in the suggestion box, and
yeah, we'll file it away.
Just
somewhere.
Keep it real, but
mail in all your tobacco though to us. That would people could mail that.
But if I was to sit here, and I think I listened to some of the discussions. And you got just lots of different people talking about this, talking about that,
Yeah.
But what is it that they're really talking about? And
everybody says life from their takeout life, man. That's the way it goes. Cool. We're not just tackles all of these serious issues all the time, but we do. But we just kind of talk and give our thoughts, and what I mean. It's kind of like, and we're not existing on any time really. We're just, you're just there. Just what else is there to do besides talk? Count flowers on the wall and smoke cigarettes till dawn. I don't know, but
so that's pretty much what it's all come to, and that's about what.
Well, that's the phase we're in now, I think.
But what I'm hearing in a lot of these discussions is, well, come on, people, do something, Don't just sit there. Do something.
Well,
and it's like, okay, well, what do people want each other to do?
Well, you know what? Nothing major like you stereotypically think. You might think they'd be putting pressure on you, but they're just wanting somebody to make it. Just do. God, I don't know. Make a comment, make a donation, make their own page, their own group, do something, contribute. You know what I mean? Just for their own good too. Nothing major on their own time. Don't be afraid to take a little step if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But is there a main goal? I mean, is there? Well, is it to just Is it just a group of people that are just a group of people? That's it.
No, well, it's deeper than that. You touched on it earlier. It's a star family connection for a lot of us, and even it's a star residency almost with everybody.
Right. I think it's an awareness, an intellectual awareness, like level that people are at. But
it's the future, hopefully, of humanity.
Right. I understand that. Okay, it's the future of humanity. Okay, whatever that means.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully,
it's better than hate and death and war.
Right. Well, anything positive is much better.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way to look at it if you want to. I mean, that's simple. It's as simple as that, really. It's so complex.
So it's not really a belief system. It's more,
not. We don't believe in belief system. That's one we don't believe in religions, cults, belief systems.
So all the religion goes out.
We believe in spirituality, the Creator, the Christ consciousness.
So that's,
we don't believe in organized religion at all.
Right. Okay. So that's not.
And the cults and organized religion are no.
So is that some kind of non-religion? Just.
Think about this. If humanity were all one together and got along, think about this.
Okay, but that'll never happen. You know this.
Well, yeah, I think it'll happen on a massive scale in the collect. Well, it could be, but
what do you mean?
We've got us right there now.
Happen.
Well, yeah, I think so. I think we're at a pivotal point.
Really?
Where it could go either way. But what I'm saying is, but at the very least, if I'm wrong, though, right? If I'm wrong and you're right, we still got that collective of those people. You know what I mean? At least it's something.
Right.
Right. And hey, what else? All you can do is all you can do.
Hey, I'm not trying to.
No, I know, man.
I'm not trying to.
I know. I have
say
no
this
judgment.
is this or that's that. Or
I mean, either, and I have no judgment, dude. I understand where you're coming from, totally, dude. It looks bleak at times.
Understand that I'm not trying to pick at anything in particular. I'm just asking questions because that's what I do.
Yes.
And that's what everybody should be able to do.
Oh, for sure.
And if they can't do that, then what can they do?
Well, then the whole system's fucked. They can't.
But people out there understand that I'm Larry's brother, and I'm here to actually get in. What I'm working on is getting into something that me and him can disagree on, so that you guys can get a piece of the actual. You could call it Pleiadian friendship, or you could call it whatever you want, but
uncensored.
You could call it just a parental advisory.
Okay,
yeah. You call it what you want, but I'm going to find something to disagree with Larry on here.
How about the fact? Do you think that you rattle on too much?
I know I do.
Okay.
And I do that on.
No, you don't. You don't either.
No, I do.
No, you don't.
No. It's not going to be that easy, my friend.
You don't.
It's not that easy. You can't just pick me apart. I'm here to pick you apart, my friend.
Don't.
So, again, the broad perspective on this whole ordeal is basically it's...
You don't.
But what about these people that are saying and thinking that they're getting, channeling. They're channeling messages from outer people that are like spiritual, like they're getting Okay, listen. I'm not here to be.
I know you don't have to. I'm not a judge. Just ask the question.
I am. I'm trying to, but
Okay,
if you got to let me.
Okay.
But I got to work up to it because I got to explain a little bit before.
But you don't have to explain though that
Okay.
you're not meaning anything. But
what I'm saying is I've seen them all come and go.
Right.
And in real life, there's people that like one of my best friends and your best friends. I'll say it proudly, Greg Lutz.
Yeah.
Schizophrenic.
Yes.
He hears voices, and he's a very good person. One of my best friends, always growing up. But very schizophrenic. He heard voices, and rather he would.
Well, and I know where that's and
he would. I don't know if it was channeling. He said, he was getting messages. He would say,
notice how it didn't. Really
okay, don't let me finish. Don't let me finish.
Okay,
cut me off,
no,
please.
No. Yeah. Go
no,
ahead.
please cut me off.
No, go ahead. Finish. No, go ahead. Finish.
Okay, what I'm saying is that this case scenario is different than what I'm hearing people that are. But what I'm hearing people talking about is as in channeling, is that it's just a thought that came to them, or rather it's just their common sense telling them that, oh, well, this is this, that's that. Red is green, blue, or 1 + 1 is 2, because that's what your common sense tells you. And then there's others that I'm hearing that are saying that they're actually getting messages from somewhere else, that they are here to tell people, the message, and so I'm confused about that whole thing.
Okay, well,
I'm not confused about it because I've already picked it apart.
Okay, but what is it?
What do you think?
Explain it. What do you?
What's your word on it?
Well, I think that first of all, just in 2 seconds, the Greg situation. Okay, so demonic. I don't know if that anything.
Well, no, he's diagnosed schizophrenia.
Okay, I know, but the voices he hears in his head, though, because of the schizophrenia, that can bring in demonic entities, and any entity that calls your name out like that way, I wouldn't trust. But yes, to answer your question, and especially the majority, if not every one almost of the Pleiadian channelers I've ever seen that do contact a being from outer space, I do believe them. I believe that we're all antennas for a lot of these motherships, and so I believe them. I've seen some false ones out there that sound like they're full of shit, or they're just some of it, but whatever. That's not for me to say. But do I believe a lot? I believe just about every one of the Pleiadians channelers. Yes, I do believe in it, dude. I really do. Right. I do too. I mean, I myself do, and need to tune in more to the ships, but I do the orbs, and yeah, I have that link too, man. I have that link too. So yes, I do, and it's okay.
Okay, so pretty much, so the Pleiadians are a group of people, but not something from somewhere else. You're saying you're getting messages that people are channeling from somewhere else, or is it just from the people?
From both people. It could be as far away from people when they're on their planets, but mostly it's when these people are on their ships close by from other planets.
Okay, so okay, but
not from Earth. Yes.
Okay, here's where I'm confused.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is I'm trying to understand this because I'm new to all this. Okay?
Right, I get you.
So what I want to know is, to you say, in a nutshell, that the Pleiades to you is just a group of people, the masses, the people that are just people on a higher plane that are
incarnates, probably that their souls were incarnated,
but they're all here on Earth.
Well, yeah, the ones in these groups, I would think, maybe not. They travel, some astral travel to other planets, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's where I'm getting at. Is where are these people in the world? What
these people?
They're okay. So there's a group of people that are Pleiades, but they're channeling from somewhere else. Where is that somewhere else?
Probably their soul collective, their higher. It could be your higher self. It's your soul collective. It's people on the ships.
Right. It could be like a deja vu dream.
Yeah. When you astral travel, there's different ways of channeling. Some people do it in dreams. Some people do astral traveling, which is in your mind. You go to all these other planets. Some people get it through meditation. Some, like me, conscious contact with orbs and thought telepathy. There's all kinds of ways to do it. It's just whatever comes to you. It's not really anything.
You mean there's all kinds of different ways that it happens?
Right. Yes, sir.
There is some ways to do it, but then you're stepping into the dark side when you're trying to make it happen.
Oh, for sure. I would be cautious.
Let's keep that separate because that's real shit.
That is real. And you know what?
There's doors that shouldn't be open. There's doors that just happen. There's things that just happen.
Oh, completely. And if it's just not common sense really to force it if it's not happening for you, because yeah, it definitely opens that up in a heartbeat. Yeah, really.
So, next question: have you ever drank Coca-Cola in the United States of America?
I have.
Okay. Do you like Pepsi or do you
Yes.
prefer Coke?
I'm the one person you'll meet. I don't mind if it's either or, but I can't stand and won't drink any other cola. Period. But those two I
Right.
will drink.
Okay.
Okay.
My
Not
dog's
often.
name's Clutch. Obviously,
Yeah.
from 1 to 10, would you rate my dog?
Oh, a 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your dog, Sparky? Would you?
Yeah, I would too, with a little touch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll give him a 9.
again, here we go. Not that it has anything to do with anything,
Okay.
but nothing at all.
Okay.
So again, here we are.
Yeah.
It's not an it's not a belief system. It's not
No.
But is there any kind of like, well, they're not right. They're not right. Like, all the belief systems, different religions.
Well, there are people within the
basically
group that
they're all
think
wrong.
that way, but
basically, there's no.
Oh no,
people
they're not
don't.
wrong. The spirituality of all of them is right. The
I thought I heard
of them is right, and the spirituality of them is right. It's just the organized religion part that's crept into all of them. Is
Right. Like, totally, yeah. It's so fucking.
Christ with the whip would said it best.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's what it comes down to. Yeah, we respect all these, and when you look at it, all the religions of Earth are saying the same thing. An appreciation of creation, the creator. When you take the politics and the fucking churches out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, there you go.
So there you go.
Cheerio.
Here we go. Cheerio.
Yeah.
Having a big shindigger.
Totally.
So, do you like YouTube? Do you like YouTube commercials?
Oh, I just love the YouTube commercials. You're gonna start touching. You might have touched it.
I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
I love them. I sit and I watch them all the way through. I can't help it. I just love them. I love the fact that now that not only do I spend 6 months of my life parked at a stoplight, I also am going to spend countless years watching YouTube commercials and bonding with them. Even if I skip after the 5 seconds and cheat, I feel so bad when I cheat and skip that ad.
Do you ever?
I do.
Do you ever watch the YouTube commercials and then just skip the video and just start the commercials over again?
And I keep getting thoughts of creating my own channel that's just dedicated on YouTube to these commercials.
Right. You love those commercials so much. You watch them over and over.
The bonding, the mass propaganda being sent to me of a mindless nature.
Right.
I just love the bonding with that emptiness.
So what you're saying is you love the commercials that talk about nothing.
I love them.
You love the senseless.
I find myself, I have to even go back and watch it again. Like, get out of that video, come back.
Have you ever forgot about the video you were going to watch because you were so just into the commercial?
Countless times. Literally.
Well, thank God for YouTube commercials.
I know. I love them.
Isn't it great?
I want, the only thing is I would like more of them.
I could never get enough. They should have an endless playlist of nothing but YouTube commercials.
They should, bro. And I think,
especially the ones that are all the same.
And I think every second video you watch, you should have. If you don't like them, you should have to watch the whole video through. The whole commercial.
I do have to say that it would be watching paint dry, or watching grass grow, or even watching
lawn furniture rot.
Lawn furniture rot.
Yeah.
I would think that YouTube. Thank God for the commercials.
Thank God for that and stoplights.
I really, it's
really, like a stoplight. Makes a difference. Going out in the car. It's like a stoplight at home.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I know. It even takes up more time.
I just love it, bro. Yeah, and you don't even have to leave your home.
Let's say I spent 6 months at a stop sign during my whole life.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that means?
What?
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Oh.
That must mean that, I'm spending at least 2 years on YouTube commercials.
That's what I figured too.
Well, what a better way to spend your time.
And you don't even have to leave the house. You can have your snack and shit.
Let's make sure that we pay attention. Let's all make sure that we pay attention to what the commercials are about. Let's make sure that we're not doing anything else and we're distracted away from our commercials.
Put your chips down. Put your cigarette down. Watch, please.
Because I would have never got this ashtray that they're talking about right here that I got from the YouTube commercial that I found out.
Oh, incredible.
Yes, I know. It's a smokeless ashtray. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Without the YouTube commercial, I would have never
See what people are missing out there?
It's amazing.
This is an outrage.
This is it's futuristic.
people need to get with it and watch.
I mean, shit. I'm so futuristic. I'm already over my next bitch.
Look at the way this impacted your life. This ashtray.
It's amazing. It's simply astonishing.
Could words even say?
Words can't even say. It's just amazing.
It's wonderful.
Well, again, people.
And how to get a quick loan from some cheap.
Let's wrap this conversation up.
Yes, Mr. Rex.
With just a few more questions.
Okay, yes, sir.
So again, you know, not to just fucking jump in the same stupid bullshit, but
fire away.
What's next? What is next, or is there a next?
There is. I think.
Is there something?
Well, we touched on that. You mean for me personally? Sorry.
What I'm thinking, you should be sorry. This is my court. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
And yes. So, but that's okay. You're allowed to. You know. So.
Thank you. So, Excellency.
Okay, let's hit another angle.
Okay.
Another angle.
Let's do it.
Is there something that is there like a goal? Is there a next move, or are people just going to sit around and?
Well, I'm hoping, yeah, and that's
you know,
I've kind of learned to kind of try to be patient and be at peace with that. I've kind of had to try to learn that, but yeah, I'm hoping that. You know, it's coming on gradually. Sometimes not as quick as I'd like, but yeah, I think so and hope so. And you know, we'll just kind of see how it goes and keep on living. Living.
Right.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Right.
I know for me in my life, you know, I'm gonna move on to things like with writing books with SIF, maybe doing seminars, whatever it comes. But take it as it comes. But in every moment you're in, you know, think it through. Use no judgment, but keep your bullshit detector on high and just step to the forefront.
I understand all the cliches. I understand the cliches.
I've got a few more if you like.
All the hints. You know, all the prep. I mean, but on a broader, bigger scale, wider from an eyeball way far away, just looking on the whole bigger picture. You know, it's not. I mean, forget about all the little shit. I mean, from like the satellite view, is it gone as far as it can go, or will there be some kind of you know, movement to where these people? I mean, is there is there like a common goal? Is there something that is coming to a head that is going to come together and happen, or is this, you know, it is what it is, and people are just there talking, and that's where it's going to go, you know? For the good common goal, everybody talks and gives everybody's opinion. But yet again, everybody's opinion is just their own opinion. So everybody can give everybody, you know, their common good advice to other people. But your advice, you know, is just your advice. I mean, how does anybody know who they're talking to and what they're doing?
Okay,
I mean,
what's the question? So basically,
my point is, is there something that is going to happen that's on a bigger, like this whole
let me put it
Pleiadian production type.
Okay,
is there or not, or is it just what it is?
Yes, I'm going to answer the question here. Yeah, I kind of already had it formulated way back, but you know what, that certainly actually is the interesting question, because I hope so. It's like what I said earlier. It kind of seems like to me that's an interesting question, though, isn't it? It seems like it's kind of at a crossroads, you know.
Well, it's certainly people. It's certainly.
I know in my personal, I have goals to continue going forward as they come, and other people do too. But as far as the collective goes, it's moving along, and of course we go through growing pains like political shit we have in the group and things. But I think each one of these things, you know what I found, dude, honest, is they look shitty at first, but they've been learning experiences.
Actually, no, not honestly. I want you to lie to me about it.
It's been a real fucking failure and a real fucking, the whole thing's going to blow up in a minute. But really it has been. And so we'll just take it as it comes, you know?
Well, I see you, what I've seen as your brother in physical form right here, is seeing that, you know, you put it all together and then boom, there's big groups. And then all of a sudden you're just like, well, let's make another group or another page or another group. And there's so many of them.
Consciousness. You know what? And I keep saying
people join them, but
I'm done pretty much. Like I always say I'm done, but then an idea will come. I'm at that point where now it has to be a good idea. You know what I mean? I won't turn down a page idea or group idea if it's a really good idea, but I'm not going to just make any more for like a
why not? I'm sure there's plenty to be made.
Well, as they come along, I will. You know what I mean?
Right,
when the time is right. Yeah. But as far as mass making them and doing regional groups, I'm done with that. But when specialty Pleiadian groups or a page for some reason related needs to come up, or even not related to further the cause, you know, like the shortwave numbers radio station tribute I did the other day. You know, your favorite numbers:
Right,
3, 9,
right, yeah,
7, 1, 5.
of course.
3,
Right.
9, 7, 1, 5.
Okay.
Bing.
You're trying my
boom.
patience.
I
This
know.
is my courtroom.
2, 2, 6,
I've had
2.
enough
Okay.
here.
Yes.
You know, don't make me call blasphemy on your ass.
Don't
So,
play the numbers.
Okay, so I guess shit is just what it is, and
Yeah.
it is where it's at, and whatever's next is only time can tell. But
it's whatever's next.
You know, what I see, what I find is I just sit back and I listen to some of the conversations, different people and everything, you know. And you got some people that are like, "Oh, I'm a fucking," you know. I don't mean to say it like that, but people are like, "Well, I'm an."
Arturian,
I'm somebody. I'm like.
It's all in the tone of who's saying it, though, dude, and the perspective of it, because they're all valid,
right?
And it's who's saying it, and it's the tone they're saying it, and yes, of course, that's my big complaint in a lot of things too. You get a person come in the group and go, "How do I know it's out of Pleiadian?" And they sound like they got a tweed in their mouth and they're from Pinocchio, Oklahoma.
Right.
But then somebody else could come in, and the vibration, you feel the realness of it, you know.
Okay,
so
right. Well, the bottom point and the bottom line is everybody is real, and your opinion of everybody that's real is your opinion, and you're entitled to that.
That's only my opinion too.
And that's great and all, but say so fuck boy comes along with straw in his fucking face and shit or whatever with a straw hat. Maybe he wants to say, "Hey, what if what's really going on here?"
Yeah.
What if he was reaching out for help?
Oh yeah, I could tell it in the tone if he was.
You know, and hopefully you're getting quite irritated and unacquainted with my.
No, but
hopefully you are, because I have to confront you.
I know, but you're rambling on, man. But I'm telling you.
But what I'm saying is this an alien group that we're talking about?
Wow.
Is this something else more than just human? I mean, people say, what is up
our
with
DNA is made up of several different alien races in the body itself, but then you also have incarnates that have come into the body from these star systems, mostly started being born in the 50s. And so it's complex, dude. Yeah, I mean, alien is
there's other entities that are coming into people that are
their souls were other entities, maybe in other lifetimes, but then there's people that have soul collectives with them. But these are all these different beings, may be parts of their higher self.
Right.
They maybe have a higher self. It's Pleiadian, one's Syrian, maybe the one that's a little bit of a reptilian or gray. You have all these. You may have all that. It's different with different people. And think about it. We're all alien. If you went to California, you'd be an alien. You'd be an alien resident because you're from Oregon. I mean, so alien. Okay, yeah. It's suggested, but you know, as far as from outer space is what you mean. Yeah, I mean, our roots are from there, and the human body, as we know it, was angelic Pleiadian light body manipulated with a lizard body, and putting then that sin reptilian blood in us. But the thing is, that's just our body. Then there's starseed incarnates here in these bodies, who in the mind are not like that. But then you got a lot of people still that aren't incarnates that have that in their mind too, that reptilian sin mind. Right. Our bodies are all full of that sin, right? But our mind, when you're a starseed, can see that it is, you know, see the truth, even though maybe your body's addicted. But these people that are shut off to the fucking system and full of drama and all that shit, they're focused from a reptilian mind too.
Right, okay.
Not just that body.
So in other words, what you just said and explained is basically what the Christian person would say is the old sinful nature, we're born in sin and our flesh is sin and we're sinners, we're born sinners, and our flesh is sin. Yeah. And then until you receive the Holy Spirit, you are and get the new
true God,
the Holy Spirit, and you become a new creature, and you see things. You've got the new nature. Yeah. So basically, but you have the new nature and the old sinful nature. So basically, it's the same story, only just told a little bit different with the reptilian and the same thing, only it's just a little bit different.
You know, and it's a sad tale, and it really, I think, speaks to, like, you know, when Christ come here, he probably saw a planet of people that it was like, what the hell? I mean, the people here are bodies, right? And you get people that are shut off to that Christ consciousness in the mind, right? So they have that mind.
So what you say about they're shut off on Christ consciousness?
They're shut off from it. You get these people that are full of drama, you know, people that are just fucking full of drama and hate, and their mind is
they're
like
shut off from the Christ consciousness.
Because they're at the time, their mind's manipulated, right? until they realize it. So they're not only is their body full, right, of that sin, but their mind is also still manipulated. It ain't like somebody,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like
you would say by the reptilian sinful type, but the
nature,
Christians would say the
demon.
Holy Spirit type,
Yeah, and
or the
some,
prince of principalities of the
yes.
earth.
Yeah, and
The
other religions, other
sinful
things. See what I
nature.
mean about when
Their
you
minds
cut
will
through the
be
minutia and the church involvement?
right.
You're speaking of the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same story.
Yeah, and you know, part of the manipulation was different languages put. I mean, the way we
Well, of course,
divide, conquer and divide. But you know,
well,
we know
of course,
that shit.
right? And that's where speaking in tongues, God, yeah, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
So, in other words,
Whatever
so
gets you through the
basically,
night.
it's the same story. It's just a little bit different. It's just told like a parable.
Yeah.
It's like a parable, only it's not really a picture that's painted to where you could get the picture so that you could understand it better. It's more of like it's the same story, just a little bit different.
Perfect analogy, and it makes it interesting, don't it? It kind of makes the whole
yeah, it does. It does, but in the end, is there a one?
Yeah, at the one, I think right, but I think as the conscious rises more, those many though, they start to come together into one parallel when you have the open mind to visualize it all. Like it's, you know, we only use 10 to 15% of our brain. That doesn't mean when we use it all, we're going to be so much smarter, but we are. But it's about a consciousness, awareness, like having tunnel vision.
Awareness. Okay, here we are. Here we are in the flesh. Awareness. The awareness would be what's it all come right down to though. You know, is there an actual exactly the energy?
It's all energy. Everything is energy. That's all there is energy.
So that's what it is. It's everybody's the energy. It's not an energy.
Creation, everything is energy. Okay. Consciousness, energy.
I'm thinking that maybe the difference between the whole Christian thing. The Christian thing would say, well, the Lord, there's a Father, and then there's Jesus, and then there's the Holy Spirit, and that's a Trinity.
But even in that scenario, they're all energy too.
Right. But they're the energy. Not everybody else, you know, is the energy.
Well, if you were talking about the whole creation itself, you'd be happy.
Well, the Creator.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about the fundamental basis.
Yes, but there's more energy in the Creator. Yes, if you're, to cut it down.
So I'm not sure if there's what's going on there. If it's just another way to get away. I mean, is it? It's what
it is. It doesn't have anything to do with your allegiance to the Lord or anything like that. It's energy, man.
Right. I know, but what is it all about?
Think about how people, think about this.
What is the fundamental basis of energy?
Some people,
tell me that.
Okay, check it out. Some people in the church, right? Like I told you the story. Some people at churches, they don't believe in extraterrestrials.
I don't care about what people believe in churches.
Right. But think about
I'm talking about something on a bigger scale.
Well, I am too on this. You say, people say God was an alien or ET. Well, God's not.
No, I'm not talking about what people think.
Well, I'm just saying interpretation is what it is. Energy, everything is energy. We're energy, God's energy. It doesn't, it's all energy. That doesn't mean I'm putting it in a way like.
But in the end, is there a good place?
Is it several levels of them?
Several levels of that.
Dimensions, higher above it, really out to the stars, outside of here. Yeah, you start to get into the gates of basically what you would call heaven in this, out of this.
So what you're saying, there's many different levels of goodness, or is there just one? No, not
goodness. It's just that there's higher dimensions where things are lighter and lighter as you go up the dimensions. But outside of this dimension, a lot of the bullshit is filtered out. You know what I mean? Out of this dense body, out of this free will sin bullshit. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, and think about it. Your body is completely, it's energy. It's funny. I don't know where he got it because my dad's an old man, but when I was a little kid, he'd always tell me that he said, well, I don't know when you die, though. I do know one thing. That energy has to go. What are you talking about, Dad? And he said, there's an energy. Think about it. You die, there's still that energy from your body that came out.
I mean, everybody knows that when you die, I mean, there's a little bit of weight that goes away with it.
Well, but that energy and consciousness, it comes out of that.
It comes out of your body.
Yeah.
And they put you on a scale. They can weigh it. When a person sits there and they're dying.
Listen to David Icke's theory. I mean, watched looking at his dead mom and seeing the picture of her next to her and saying it hit him all at once. He started laughing. He said, nobody's really gone. Their energy, this body is just a human vessel, a computer we're using here.
It's like a car.
Yeah, but yet again, because of free will, the original human, like Pleiadian and ascended angelic type heavenly body, light
Oh,
body,
okay.
was
So
manipulated by the Anunnaki and the
okay.
reptilians.
So there's
And
other
imagine
alien races out there that are playing big parts in the whole.
tons of them. But if I was to break it down real simple, imagine.
But what do you
imagine one of God's angels, right? Imagine one of God's angels.
God's angel. Now you're talking about God.
Well, whatever. Here, the purest light body angel, right? Say here.
Okay.
Imagine taking that and then manipulating it half with reptilian.
Okay. Well, why would I want to divide and
that's
multiply?
The human body. I'm just trying to give an example. I'm telling you.
I mean,
dude,
why would I do that?
Well, you're not listening.
I already
I'm telling
know
you what it is. Well, then, dude, act like you want to know. Dude.
I do.
You know,
I am.
I'm just trying to tell because people are going to be listening to this too,
right?
And it's important. And
it is important, okay. And I am listening.
I know that. I realize that you know all this shit already, but people out there don't and need to hear it.
Okay. So where you were at before I just disrupt you was as you were getting to the sinful, tainted ass, fleshly body, which is like a car that everybody has, and however you treat it is however long it lasts, and you are, but what you're saying is the fleshly body is what it is, a fucking sin, tainted ass shit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we've got past that part,
yeah.
So what happens? I mean, when this goes away and dies, you just float into nowhere, or is there an afterlife?
Yeah, it is. And
is there?
You choose where
you float
it depends. Where stars. You go back to the planet you were from before you go back to wherever. You don't go. Maybe you do go right to heaven in some cases, but you go back. Most people, a lot of them, to their home planets. Heaven is way, way, way above this other shit above there. So, but for people that are Earth based, that weren't incarnates here and stuff, they either reincarnate here again, go to heaven, whatever.
So you can die and actually come back.
Yeah, like the Bible said before, it was all taken out of it in 690 A.D.
Oh, you mean the missing part of the Bible that was never told, or never found?
Yeah. The one the Anunnaki fucking took out. Yeah.
The one you mean the manuscripts that people are channeling.
That are channeling.
Yeah, that's
some of it is a little bit of it. Some of it's stories that have.
Okay, so let's take not just the Bible, but let's take all the religions and take their little book or belief and take a little part out and put a little piece in, and then let's tell the story.
Well, we really could. We could run the world. Hey.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what it is. That's how you divide and conquer.
Hey, the victor goes to spoils, right?
It's like the. You want it?
Think
it's
about
like a legion.
If we won the war, we could rewrite the history book for our new country. We could rewrite the Bible, take this out,
But you can't because history's history.
Well, but you know what? But then it gets skewed through time.
You can't say history didn't go the way it did.
No,
because it has.
Well, some of it has. Most of it's been manipulated that we hear about now in a lie and told in different ways, probably. But even if it wasn't, say it wasn't. You still have.
It doesn't matter. History is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
You can't get away with it.
But what you hear, but what you hear is not what it was.
Well, of course.
Okay.
You're in the world, dude.
Exactly.
You're going to be told whatever you want to believe.
And really, if you just learn the good lessons of the heart and what you believe, really, the future,
so all you got to do is be good.
And the future
so
is what
if you're a good-hearted, good person.
Yeah, and if there is some story from the past, try to learn a lesson from it if it was tragic.
But in the end, there's really nothing. It's just you die and that's it.
An illusion. No,
you just die and you just go wherever you want or wherever.
Or wherever your soul path is meant to be, or from it. There's a million different options. Dude.
But there's not. People say Christ consciousness. They say that, but there is no Christ. There is no biblical account.
Oh, there isn't.
I'm not sure. That's what I'm hearing is that there isn't.
I've never heard that. I've heard it from some. I mean, I've never really heard that there wasn't, dude. I've heard different theories of what Christ looked like as far as his energy or whatever.
Speculation,
right? But
people's opinions.
Yeah, just interpretations. But everything at the meat of the matter, most good-hearted people are saying the same thing, just with different words and different.
What are they saying? What is it that they're saying?
About what? I mean,
about anything, like about everything. Like when you die, you just be a good person, and when you die, you're just going to go to a good place.
Well, it's more complicated than that, dude.
Is it?
It's Okay. You're gonna, you may judge yourself afterward and repeat what you did over to make up for it. A lot of people have to do that
after you die.
They have to come back and live that life again.
Well, who's to say that there's even anything after life? I mean,
that's just my opinion, dude. Again, like you said, it's just my opinion. Who's to say anything?
Well,
Yeah.
again, this is just a little discussion, you know. So, you know,
The argument baiting is
it's
commenced.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I mean, it's not.
So,
I
have
agree
you
with
ever
whatever you agree with.
heard of an Etch a Sketch?
I had several of
Have
them.
you ever
Yes, I would
fed your
break
dog
them.
food?
Yeah. Yes. These are tough fucking questions. I'm
This
sweating
is
like
gonna be
I'm
the
sweating like
hardest.
George W. Bush's
This is
gay
gonna be
wedding.
the hardest one. Have you ever drank 5 beers in one night?
Yes.
How about 10?
Of normal, like normal regular beer,
Right,
not
right.
of the big 12.
Well, I think I remember one night we were coming home from high school, and Mr. Larry Locken, Rocken Larry Lockens,
Oh God, oh boy.
had the half gallon of fucking vodka at home because he didn't make it to school that day. But seems that you know, there's, I don't know, at least a couple handfuls of our high school bros that were going to come party and hang out that night.
Oh no.
Well, when we showed up to the house,
15.
when we showed up to the house, here's Larry. I opened the door. What's up? And Larry's on the floor in his underwear. I won't go say whatever else, but let's just say he had a boo boo, and
I had a hangover.
that
for a
boy
week.
was
I've
out.
never had a hangover that lasted more than a day, and I haven't had one in years. But I tell you what, that time at 15,
Dude,
I had it for a week, dude.
Dude, you were
hangover.
fucking knocked out. You didn't wake up until like a day later.
I probably would have been hospital bound with another 2 drinks.
Dude, I wanted to take you to hospital.
Yeah, I know.
I was telling him, you guys, he's got alcohol poisoning.
As I'm in this haze, I think I remember hearing that it was bad.
But you just kept on.
I got it out, thank God.
Prayed to the porcelain god, and so
but I hurt I'll never forget it because I had a hangover for a week. I've never had one for more than a day.
I watched you. I watched over you every second of the day that night.
Oh God.
And fucking dude, you were just over the toilet, just over the bathtub, just.
And I wanted to have such a good time that night. I was so psyched, all our bros and shit. The whole posse.
I fucked with all the chicks.
All the homeboys were coming over, you know. And I was like, oh man, oh yeah, that was a wait, boy. That was like I wanted to fly this big balloon, and then all of a sudden it was deflated before it got off the ground.
Larry's trying to catch a buzz before everybody showed up.
Oh yeah, because I'm greedy. I'm gonna get high here.
But you know, a half gallon later.
Yeah, well,
Larry's face first.
It looked like water after the
face
couple
fucking
drinks.
down
Yeah.
on the fucking well.
I can't believe it, God.
Hey, we've all been there.
We've all been there, but yeah,
I'm sure I've been there myself.
Mr. X, this has been a really
all right. Let's shut her down, my man.
Mr. X, where can they? Mr. X is in.
No, man. You know I'm an anonymous motherfucker. I'm Larry's brother.
I thank you for flying in tonight from Mars, though.
Y'all that have heard me probably heard me.
Once in a while he does come down from Mars to talk with us.
Yes, I come down from the fucking planet, fucking Newton, Proton, whatever you want to call it.
Yes,
so yeah,
Newton, Proton, Captain Crunch.
We're gonna sign off here tonight.
Okay, I'd just like to give a shout out to everybody out there. Much love to all the groups on Facebook, all the pages, the YouTube channels, the website, larry.locken.wix.pleiadian Express Pro.com. So many great fringe thinkers. Yeah, we love you, everybody. This is kind of on the light grid. We don't get as serious as on the PEP, but it's all the same. So we want
take it how you want.
Take it high, take it low.
Be judgmental.
Take it easy, take it sleazy. But anyway, we love you out there. And this is Rocken Larry Locken and
X-Man.
The X-Man, Mr. X.
Mr. X.
Mr. X signing off. Signing off hopefully soon.